Hello again, my little conscripts, and welcome to another Mordian Glory video. Today's episode will be a quick tip tactica. This is where we bring together lots of units and stratagems, and we try and create a crunchy combo that not only looks good on paper, but is also effective on the tabletop. And this time we will be deep diving the concept of the Plasma Storm, where you can get basic squads of guardsmen to put out dozens of plasma shots, delivering electric death to your opponents. If that sounds good, then stay tuned as we supercharge our way into this thing.
Oh no, bro.
My body is ready.
First things first, we need to have our army in the Siege Regiment Detachment. This is going to give us access to an enhancement and two stratagems which are very important to making the Plasma Storm work. The enhancement that we are particularly interested in is Legacy Sidearm. Now, this is an infantry officer model only, and you get to add 2 to the attacks characteristics of the bearer's pistols. Now, many officers can take plasma pistols, and with Legacy Sidearm, they go from firing 1 shot, 3 shots. As for the stratagems, Flare Burst means that for 1 CP, we can give one of our units within 12 inches of the enemy full rerolls to hit. And the second stratagem is Furious Fusillade, which we do for 1 CP, and if we're in half range with our weapons, they get 1 extra attack. So you've got to think that the whole squad's going to be getting +1 attack, and for 1 stratagem, and we're going to be getting rerolls from another stratagem. I suppose the big question is, which stratagems are we going to be using these units on? It's all well and good having stratagems, but we need to have units to make them work. And here you have a couple of main choices. You can go down the Cadian route, or you can go down the Krieg route. Let's start off by looking at the Kriegers. The first Krieg unit we're going to need is the Deathclaw Krieg. You need a big blob of them. We're going to take 20 of them. We're going to have sergeants with a plasma pistol each, and we're going to have 2 plasma guns and 2 melter guns in the unit as well. We're also going to need a Krieg command squad, and we're going to give them a Lord Commissar with a plasma pistol and power fist. We're going to give one of the veteran guardsmen a plasma gun, and we're going to have one of the other veteran guardsmen with a plasma pistol as well. This is going to add 2 more plasma pistols and another plasma gun to the tally. In addition to the Kriegers and their command squad, we're going to want a Primaris Psyker. Now, she brings a Psychic Maelstrom focused Witchfire attack, and that is D6 +1 plus blast attacks. Don't forget, this will also benefit from the Furious Fusillade, which will give you another +1 attack from this. And at Strength 6, AP -2, damage 2 with Death Wounds, there's a lot of extra firepower coming from her. As a little side bonus, she also has Psychic Barrier, which might make your Kriegers a little bit more durable against some shooting attacks. So we're going to take our Krieg blob, we're going to add the command squad on, and because Kriegers can have 2 leaders, we're going to add the Psyker into there as well. This is going to give us a unit which is 27 men strong. 20 from the Krieg blob, 6 from the Krieg command squad. Don't forget, it does get an extra bloke, and you're going to have 1 from the Primaris Psyker. The Kriegers are bringing 2 plasma guns, 2 melter guns, and 2 plasma pistols. The command squad is bringing an additional plasma gun and 2 plasma pistols, bringing us up to a total of 4 plasma pistols, 3 plasma guns, and 2 melter shots. Now, if we get into rapid fire range, that's going to give us 4 plasma pistol shots, plus it's going to give us 6 plasma gun shots, plus we're going to have the 2 melter gun shots for a total of 12 shots. Already, that's pretty spicy. But let's take it a step further. Legacy Sidearm that we highlighted before, which we can put on our Krieg Lord Commissar, he is an infantry officer, will give us an additional 2 plasma shots, bringing our total to 14. Then we can use the order first rank fire, second rank fire, and that is going to affect our 3 plasma guns. giving us an additional 3 plasma gun shots, bringing our total to 17. But we're not done yet. We've got Furious Fusillade. This is going to give us another 4 plasma pistol shots, go up to 21, because there's 2 on the sergeant, 2 in the command squad, and another 3 plasma gun shots, brings us up to 24, and another 2 melter gun shots, bringing us up to 26. Then we add in the Primaris Psyker, who on average is going to be firing D6 plus 1, which is 4 to 5 shots. So let's say, for funsies, 5. So we're going to go up to 31 from the Primaris Psyker. Then we add in the Furious Fusillade, which gives her an extra attack. So that's 32 attacks. All of which are going to have significant AP. All of which are going to be damage 2 or greater. Some of you might be wondering, but Mordian, if we go first rank fire, second rank fire, then we're not going to have take aim, we're not going to be hitting as good. This is where Flare Burst comes in. Flare Burst gives you the full rerolls to hit. Now bear in mind, you're definitely going to be within 12 inches. In fact, you need to be within 6 inches really to make this work, because Furious Fusillade needs to be within 6 inches to get all those extra plasma shots, right? So Flare Burst is going to give you 4 rerolls to hit, which is going to significantly increase your accuracy. But don't forget the Krieger's Grim Demeanor ability. If they've taken 1 casualty, just 1, which you should do in the course of the game, you get +1 to hit. So you'll be hitting on 3s with 4 rolls to hit from all of those attacks. That's a hell of a Plasma Storm. And what's insane is if you are below half strength with the Kriegers, which, bear in mind, the first like 12 or so guys have all got lasguns, so it's easy to get below half, and then you've got all the bozos from the command squad as well. It's easy to get below half strength without losing any special weapons. You'll be +1 to wound as well. However, I wouldn't take the +1 to wound into account, because I think the likely scenario here is you've lost a few lasgun guys moving in, then you unleash the Plasma Storm. But still, even without +1 to wound, that's a lot of attacks that are going to be more than likely wounding the enemy on 4s or 5s if they're really, really tough targets. And against enemy elite infantry, you're probably going to be wounding on 2s and 3s. So that's how we make a Krieg Plasma Storm, but I did promise you that there were multiple ways of doing this. So now let's look at the Cadian Plasma Storm, and arguably this one is even more effective. Like last time, the first thing we're going to need is a big blob of guardsmen. This time, it'll be Cadian shock troops.
Cadius dance.
And the Cadian shock troop sergeants don't get plasma pistols, but you can still get 2 plasma guns and 2 melter guns from a big blob of 20 Cadians. Then we get to the leaders. Our first choice is the Cadian command squad. You can have the Cadian commander with a plasma pistol, but also you can actually have up to 2 members of the command squad, the 2 Cadian veteran guardsmen, with plasma guns. One guy can just select a plasma gun. The other guy does need to swap out the regimental standard. I know some of you are going to be morally outraged that I am suggesting that you put the flag to one side and pick up a plasma gun, but it is going to give you more shots for the Plasma Storm. As for our second leader, we're not going for the Primaris Psyker this time. We're going for the Cadian Castellan. The reason for this is he brings his own plasma pistol, and he also gives the squad sustained hits 1. It's going to affect every single shot, every single model in that unit. And also, what I think is quite important is you get the ability to get back in the fight. Now, we said before, we're going to have to get within 6 inches to pull this off. Real chance that in the enemy's turn, you're going to get counterattacked. And any survivors from that counterattack are going to want to be able to fall back and shoot and keep pouring it on. So this is actually easy to overlook, but it's potentially a really, really good way of having follow-up plasma storms. Once again, let's add all of the firepower together. We're going to have 4 plasma guns. Each one of these plasma guns is going to be putting out 4 shots each. 2 for rapid fire, plus 1 for first rank fire, second rank fire, plus 1 for Furious Fusillade. That is 16 plasma gun shots. We're then going to have 4 plasma pistols. Each one of those plasma pistols is going to be putting out 2 shots because of Furious Fusillade. And then you add into account Legacy Sidearm for another 2 shots. So in total, that is going to be 10 more plasma shots, bringing us to 26 plasma shots. Then we have the 2 melter guns. Each one we're putting out 2 shots, thanks to Furious Fusillade, for a total of 30 plasma and melter shots. Now, yes, we are going to be hitting on 4s, because Cadians don't have Grim Demeanor. They can't get +1 to hit from just like losing a guy. But we are going to have sustained hits. And sustained hits combined with Flare Burst for the full rerolls is going to create a lot of sustained hits. This is quick back of napkin math hammer. But if we've got 30 shots, that should, from the first wave, give us 5 sustained hits. We should have 15 misses. So we re-roll those, and that's going to generate another 2 to 3 sustained hits. So we're looking at an average of 7 to 8 sustained hits from Flare Burst plus all the shots and the Cadian Castellans. However, it is worth noting that if you are really not a fan of hitting on 4s, you can swap out one of the Cadian leaders for Castellan Creed, because Ursula Creed can give 2 orders to the same squad, to the squad that she's leading. That means you could go for first rank fire and you could go for take aim, and you still have your 4 rerolls and you still have your Furious Fusillade, and Creed's guns actually aren't bad. It's like 4 strength 5, AP -2, damage 1 shot. So they're pretty specialist on their own. It's just a case of you'd have to decide if you were going to give up the Cadian Castellan or if you were going to give up the platoon command squad. You'd probably end up giving up the Cadian Castellan, at which point you don't have the sustained hits. It's an option that I'm throwing out there. Personally, I think you're better off sticking with sustained hits with 4 rerolls. But if you're the person that just likes to hit on 3s, then Creed has got you covered. But wait, there's more. We've got a wild card for you. Ogren Bodyguard.
Oh, and you are very perpendicular.
You can add an Ogren to either the Krieg command squad or the Cadian command squad. If you do, you will get access to the Ripper Gun. Ripper Gun starts off with 3 shots, but within half range, which we know we're going to be in, because we need to get within 6 inches for the plasma pistols. Get an extra 3 shots. That's 6 shots. Then it's a rapid fire weapon, so it benefits from first rank fire, second rank fire. That's 7 shots. Then, Furious Fusillade, 8 shots. 8 shots at strength 5, AP -1, damage 2, with 4 rolls hit and in the Cadian blob, potentially sustained hits as well. And in the Krieg blob, potentially with +1 to hit, if they're taking a casualty. However you slice it, it's a lot of extra firepower for, at the time of recording, only 40 points more. But let's talk points for a moment here. Because we're talking about adding all of these things in, and it can get kind of pricey. If you go for the maxed out Krieg Storm, which is including the Ogren Bodyguard, it is going to come to 295 points at time of recording. If you go for the maxed out Cadian option, so Blob, Command Squad, Castellan, and Ogren Bodyguard, that's going to come in at 280 points.
That's a lot of damage.
However, you can cut things out of those and still have a very effective unit. Fundamentally, to make this work, you only really need the Blob and the Command Squad. And that will get you most of the way there. If you do that, we're looking at about, I think it's 185 points for the Cadians, 195 points for the Kriegers. So what I would say when looking at this combo, you want to think as the builder of the list, as the commander of the army, how many points are you willing to invest? Because you can have the basic bitch bronze version, bronze level membership, where it's like, okay, you're still going to get, let's work it out, from one of those Cadian squads, you're still going to end up with 4 plasma guns and the 2 melter guns, the 2 plasma pistols, those 4 plasma guns are still going to get 16 plasma shots. The 2 plasma pistols are still going to get 6 plasma. You're still going to get, what, like 26 shots? Before you add in the Castellan and all this kind of stuff. I suppose maybe not quite as many because you wouldn't have the Castellan's plasma pistol, but you get my point. You're going to miss out like what is it going to be, 25 plasma shots? You're going to miss out on 1 plasma shot and the sustained hits. That's still a lot. You're still getting a lot of the way there with just the bronze version. Then you add in the Caden Castellan if you want to. That'll bring you up to 240 points. And then it's really up to you whether you want to add the Oaken Bodyguard in there as well. So when looking at these combos, you don't have to be like, oh, well, if it's 200 odd points, it's the same as a Rogel Dawn or it's the same as a Battle Tank. Oh, there's no way it's worth that amount of firepower. Maybe not. But there's tiers to this. There's like bronze, silver, and gold tier. Bronze is just the blob and the command squad. Silver is when you add in the extra character. Gold is when you add in the Oaken Bodyguard on top of that. However you slice it, it's a great combo. It can be relatively affordable all the way up to deluxe points, and it is definitely going to be putting out a lot of firepower, and it's definitely going to catch a lot of people off guard because no one is going to expect a basic guardsman blob to walk up to them and completely fill them in. Of course, all of this is just like my opinion, man. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you like the idea of the Plasma Storm? And if so, what tier would you invest in? Would you go for that bronze tier, cheap and cheerful? Or would you go all the way up to like the gold tier and get the Oaken Bodyguard and go all the way? If you've got any other ideas for crazy combos like this, like just really going to like the nth degree, let me know down in the comment section. And if I like it, I might make a video about it. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to go ahead and smash that like button and also subscribe to never miss an episode. Would you like to know more? If so, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. By supporting the channel, not only will you be doing your part, but you'll also be helping me create more content for your viewing pleasure and unlocking a whole host of perks. You get everything from a badge next to your name, custom emojis, but the big one is access to the Mordian Glory Discord server, an online community with almost 2,500 active members. It's always popping off in the MG Discord. We've got channels for army lists, hobbying, tactics, stories, and even a pretty spicy meme section as well. For all you greenhorns that wanted to see the Mordian glory hole, today is your lucky day. And joking aside, I do want to say a massive thank you to all of the current channel members and patrons. You guys are amazing. Truly the lifeblood of the channel. I could not do Mordian Glory full-time without the incredible and generous support of my members. So thank you guys so much. And last but certainly not least, I want to say a personal thank you to all of my top tier Patreons. These are the War Masters, the people who have truly gone above and beyond the call of duty. So a heartfelt thank you to Alex Dengal, Bon Vert, Lord Pryor, Mark Panconi, RJ Scorpion, Swordfish Trombone, Try Again Bragg, John Stubbs, Nick Walsh, Diesel Fox, and August Barney. Seriously guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support is incredible and it makes a huge difference. Thank you so much. That's all for now. Hope you've all enjoyed today's video, and of course, as always, see you guys next time.